Hey everybody, this is a video about sit to stand exercise, which you might think, why on earth does a physiotherapist need to tell me how to stand up and sit down? But it is an exercise that I prescribe a lot for many different reasons, and you will be watching this video because I have suggested that you do it too. It's a very good exercise because it is literally just a squat. That's all it is, but you have the safety and security of a chair underneath you. So you start with a dining chair ideally. I'm going to show you from the side. I mean, I'm quite short, as you'll all know, but you kind of want to be, really it should be about there, 90 degrees, but I'm teeny, so for me that angle's always going to be a little bit different. It would be better if it's higher as opposed to lower though, so it's why I'm using the chair and not the sofa. And you can probably see there's a ridge back on the sofa as well, so I am using the chair. What I would like you to do is just have your feet fairly wide. So here are the chair legs, and your feet are going to be round about the same width. You're also going to take your feet out ever so slightly. So imagine this is a clock face on the floor. You want your toes to be, your big toes to be pointing at about 5 to 1. All we're going to do to start with is very simply just stand up and then sit back down again. And that's it. And you're just going to do that a few times so that your body gets into the rhythm of what you're trying to do and your brain starts to understand what's happening. Now, when we do these exercises as well, same as all rehab, I'd like you to do this fairly mindfully so that you're not having chats with the cat or watching a bit of TV or trying to do a Sudoku at the same time. I want you to really think about what's happening. So as we are sitting to stand here now, I want us to start to realise, hang on, where am I putting my weight? Am I putting more through the left? Am I putting more through the right? And you could be compensating quite a lot if you have got an injury or pain on one side to the other. So we want to really think about evening ourselves up, which is why it's excellent to do this in front of a full length mirror, because you can see yourself and you can notice where it is that you're putting your weight. Because ultimately what our brain thinks that we're doing and what we're actually doing can be two very different things. So when we can see ourselves, then we know exactly what's going on. For me, I've got a dodgy right hip, so I know for a fact I'll be taking more weight on my left. I can feel it. But when I can see myself, which I can now in the camera, then I'm trying to even myself up and put equal distribution of weight between both feet. So that's really important. And you'll also know that I'm slowing it right down as well. The other thing that we want us to do is really push our hips forward when we get to the top and really push our bum out when we get to the bottom. So I'll show you from the side so you understand what that looks like. So when we come up to the top, we are really pushing the hips forward, we engage the glutes, and we're really pushing that bum back as we go to sit back down on the chair. So it's a nice smooth motion, and we're trying not to think too much about it in terms of overcorrecting ourselves. We're just trying to get that balance right. Now what we want to do is we want to think about coming down but just touching the seat and then coming back up again. It doesn't really matter what you do with your arms at this point. Over here is probably a good idea to keep them out of the way, or some people like to do this, or you might just want them out in space because actually that gives you a little bit more balance. But we're just going to kiss the seat and come back up, kissing the seat and then driving through those hips, so we're getting a lovely stretch through those hip flexors. And then we're not going to touch the seat, we're just going to hover and then we're going to come back up, and that's you now doing a squat. So this is sit to stand. Now how many times you need to do this and for how often, I'll have told you in clinic, or we will have told you in clinic, because you might have seen Fiona as well. But this is a really useful exercise for everybody and it's very functional. We all need to be able to sit to stand. So yes, I hope that helps everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye.